Hello Pisces, this is Joe with Divine Daily Tarot. I'm going to do your April 2020 money, finances, abundance, prosperity reading. I'm going to go through the 4 weeks and just see if we can pick out what's going to be in your pathway. Interesting, I was shuffling and getting the cards ready, and I was just thinking, what's the message here? What's the message here before we get going? And for some reason, don't take this a negative way, but the word just 3 or 4 times now keeps popping into my head. One little word, not even really a thought, and that's the word deliverance. I know that can sound kind of like exorcisms or like the movie, some kind of weird thing like that, but this to me is like a good theme, like being set free of something. So we'll see how this plays out. We do have a full moon tomorrow in Virgo. It is the worm moon, and the worm moon is like the beginning of spring. It's the critters coming alive, the earthworms start moving around, and insects and the bugs come out of their hiding places, and everything that's dead and brown soon starts to come to life. And so this is kind of a significant time for this full moon. So we're going to see if this theme of deliverance pops out in your reading. I do read cards that jump out and pop out. I probably won't read reversals during this. So for the first week, first card, we have the 3 of Pentacles. 4 of Wands. 6 of Swords. And Pisces, the 6 of Cups for the 4th week. Let's see where this goes. So, Pisces, April 2020. We're looking for messages regarding finances, abundance, prosperity, business, work, career, and anything else that needs to come out. But the focus is your money, your work life, and anything related to that. So we have the 3 of Pentacles is in your first week of April, and with that we have the Ace of Pentacles. So you may have had what I would call a false start this week on something that that didn't quite get off the ground how you wanted to, or it may have come with some kind of interference or a diversion in your plan. So the first week of April, you might find that something didn't kind of quite go the way you wanted to, but there is this Ace of Pentacles tells me that there is a backup plan, and that backup plan, whatever it is you're involved in, whatever it is you're doing, is going to go forward. We have the King of Cups. So the King of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles. I don't think this throws you off very much. I think you are still going to feel that you're confident in what you're doing in your work. You may have some kind of interference at work, some kind of interference in your business life. It could be some kind of interference in your money early on, but you do have a backup plan and you feel confident going forward this first week of April. So we get one more for that first week of April, and so Pisces, we have the Queen of Coins. So this is like the perfect pair. So you may have a partner, a romantic partner, could be a business partner. You're cooperating, you're getting along, and there is an element of harmony, leadership, co-creating, and really is a good it's a good way to start the month. And you know, you have this, to me, is a good balance between you know, feeling confident and sure of yourself, and not having to worry about this little thing that comes along early in the week for you in the first week of April. And this could also talk about if you've had some health problems or worries about health problems, that those are not going to be a theme through the month of April, that's probably something that is going away. If that's something you've been dealing with, some health issues, maybe you've had a health scare or something to that effect and it turns out to be nothing, so that message could be for somebody. The second week we have the Four of Wands, and then to complement that we have the High Priestess. So, you know, I kind of talked about that word of deliverance or something, and this might play into this, and we'll see where this goes the rest of this. But to start things off the second week or sometime in this time frame, you know, these can be kind of switched around a little bit. It doesn't necessarily have to be fluid in one direction, but you have the Four of Wands, and we talked about this harmony here. This could be somebody that you are romantically involved with, somebody that you're engaged to, or this just could be this this kind of, if it's a business partnership or union, that it carries through into the second week of April. There's an overall good feeling of success, and just having that feeling of contentment. And then the Priestess here, the Priestess here, I think is saying to, you know, the full moon is in Virgo, so the Priestess might be talking, because I see the full moon here, that just kind of brings this thought to my head that there might be some things lurking in your own personal shadows deep inside that may come up, that you may have to deal with. These aren't necessarily negative things, but nonetheless, you may feel that you have some stuff that has to be dealt with inside. This could also be, for some of you, just having that practical kind of magic, that practical means to manifest and to continue to manifest what it is that you have going on in your work, your business, your career. We also have, okay, this is the third time I've had this come up, and this is the Nine of Cups. And so this is probably for most of you about that whole idea of manifesting and getting back what you put out, and over time you've really stored up some good things for yourself. You know how to make things happen, you know how to pull people together, and you know sometimes the Priestess can be a manipulator, but in certain, but this is in the upright. I'm reading in the upright. So you're really, most of you, this is more about, again, this is like the wish card, or this is about not just material attainment, but you know, the attaining all the things that you feel might complete you, your dreams, desires, your wishes. So some of you, this priestess might be regarding some underlying issues that you have to deal with that are coming up. But for the majority of you, I think this plays into this Four of Wands, that maybe this comes down the road at some point, this accomplishment, the celebration, but this is a part of this priestess energy is a part of making that happen. And really, to me, it's almost like these two go together. They are a complement to one another, these two cards, and this is the energy of that, making that happen. The third week of April, we have the Page of Swords. So, and we have the Six of Swords. So the third week of April there could be some conflict. Somebody might have some words for you that don't feel very good, but they could be words that you need to take to heart. They may cause you to have a rift with somebody. With the Six of Swords, that's the first thing that comes to my mind and my thoughts, is this may kind of put a divide between you and somebody else. But to me, these are some things that might be said in truth, and they may be kind of harsh. Some of you might have people that are just keeping an eye out on you. Maybe they're watching what you're doing, what you're up to. Maybe they are a little jealous of you and what you're doing, and maybe they're jealous of some of the things you have, your success, and they may be kind of, I don't know, they could be watching your social media or talking to people you know, might be trying to get some information from you. But I think for most of you, this is somebody that just has some things to say that may not be well received right off the bat. And we have Temperance, and this just brings in, if this is about this communication between you and somebody else, and it does stir things up in you. This, in the end, during the third week of April, does bring some kind of, I don't want to say balance, because it isn't really balance, but it does cause you to maybe consider the other person's point of view. And this is most likely in work and career related. The Two of Wands. But nonetheless, it doesn't stop you, it doesn't hold you back from doing what it is you're doing. It may cause you to have two points of view. That's the first thing that come out, and you may end up finding that you can see that person's point of view. I'm going to pull one more for this though. We have the Tower, and this probably does bring in some change for you, and I think this is internal change, that maybe you've realized you've been too harsh, or maybe a little shrewd. Maybe perhaps you've been a little difficult, and this person's communication with you helps to bring some of that change that's necessary. So I don't think the Tower isn't negative. It isn't always, it can be, but in this situation it's not. I think this brings about some good change, and I'll try and clarify that in just a little bit. And the Six of Cups. So you may have some kind of offer coming through, and we have the Two of Swords, and you may have to make a decision about that offer. You may not know what the right decision is for you. This could be, if in your work, it could be an offer of advancement, or a change in position, or a change in your job, or a new place of employment. It could be any number of things. But to me, this Six of Cups, this feels kind of empty. So you may want to be careful when considering anything that comes your way in the 4th week of April, or this could be any time in April. I'm just trying to break it down week by week. So the Two of Swords, just not having all the information, not being able to make a decision. Don't make any hasty decisions. Don't rush to judgment. 9 of Swords, this may cause you to reevaluate and really kind of struggle with the decision. For some of you, this might be some kind of ultimatum at work or in career. And we have the 8 of Wands, and no matter what this is about, because it could be about a number of different things, possibilities are endless here, but if it's related to career and work, this may cause you to move on from where you're at. It may cause you to really start to reevaluate your value, your worth, and your contributions in your career and work. And you may find that you need to just need to move on. So if this offer does come in, just be careful. Make sure you have all the information. Don't make any rush judgments, and certainly be careful if it's tied to this Page of Swords, getting this kind of criticism that you might not accept at first. Don't make any decisions based off of that criticism out of anger or being offended. But let's see what else we get to finish this up. This is Pisces, April. So what do you need to know? This is the Hermit. So this might cause you to really reevaluate and think. You do have, you do have somebody on your team. You have somebody on your side. You do have a good partnership with, for a lot of you, it could be marriage, business partnership. And I think that this can carry with you. It could be that this person here, whether you're masculine, feminine, doesn't matter. It could be that this person here is the one that has these words for you, and or maybe some advice or something, and that's what kind of causes this conflict in the 3rd week. But the Hermit, I think you're going to take it to heart and be mature about it. And let's see what else we have to finish this up. This is Pisces. You have the King of Pentacles. You have that King of Pentacles again. So it's not going to knock you off your footing. This isn't life-changing in the sense of who you are. This is definitely very reflective of a mature person. And this one wanted to come up, 6 of Cups. And we do get the 6 of Cups again. So I think for sure you do have some type of offer. You might be kind of nostalgic feeling, maybe kind of reevaluating a turn you made at some point in the past. But, I think you have a choice to make ultimately this month about where you're heading next. As far as this theme of underlying thing irritating me with deliverance, and this might be for somebody specific, and so if that word means something to you, this just might be for one person. That word might actually have a meaning for you. It may, you'll know if it's you because it'll have that meaning to jump out at you right away. And we have the Tower again, so there are definitely some changes coming. I don't think these are big drastic changes. Could be as simple as a move from your place of employment, a change in partnerships with work. So anyway, this is your reading for April 2020. If this fits with you, some of this could be starting to play out now. I mean, this isn't, a template for that month, but check back, let me know. I would appreciate your feedback, and if you appreciate this reading and my time, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you, and have a good rest of your day.